said, okay, we IO Gyro. They do the Morphling or they do that Weaver.
I much prefer this choice. Yeah. I think this is one of the ideal Wyvern counters. You cannot play Dota in the same lane as an Undying, and the Tombstone is excellent just combating him throughout the game. It's like a 285 move speed hero.
Wyvern? Wyvern might be slower?
I think it might be. It feels slower.
I think it might be 281. I don't know. It's one of those pretty slow. Oh, I was going to ask you since you have the computer. Did they play against each other at all in the last 3 weeks?
Yes, they did.
They did,
it was
right?
a 2-0 for Fnatic. In the upper bracket of the major qualifiers, that was.
Okay. So I think this might be like in case Fnatic takes the IO, right? And it's also Weaver's just an amazing hero. So.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Fnatic just pull out a Lina right here. It's great to kill the Tombstone, and I just feel like after watching TI, Wyvern Lina just seems incredibly powerful. You just Wyvern ult, as long as you hit 2 heroes, you're going to Lina stun on top, and it's just nearly a guaranteed kill. And just great team fight throughout the game.
I would be too opposed to Fnatic just grabbing the PL.
Yep,
that's very
super strong core at the moment, a way of getting on top of the Tombstone.
Man. Oh, and you're great on the panel. It's great insight. Where did you study for this?
I mean, it's all thanks to this beautiful razor blade laptop. Well, let's see, Fnatic. I mean, also, is there still a potential of the Brood is still in the pool?
Fanatics, turn to battle.
They grab the Bloodseeker.
So direct, just go for that Weaver, and they have to set up for the Blood right with Curse a lot of times.
So I'm curious your thoughts on this, right? So I don't know how much stock you put into like Dota buff win rates, but Bloodseeker has an incredible win rate against Undying public matches. Why do you think that is? It's like his second or third best matchup, like in all of Dota.
It is a hero with no stun versus a Bloodseeker who can speed out of control, right? I don't know what
I mean, I know it's the Weaver counter, so.
Yeah, I'm trying to think maybe. I didn't know it had that good of a win rate versus Undying as well.
It's like it's like plus 6 or 7%, which is abnormally high as well.
I mean, you can't really get him off of you. Like if you're an Undying and you just get hit, like.
Yeah. You know what else? You probably
your low armor.
The Blood Rage heals based on creep HP too, so even if you have like 3 or 4 decay stacks on you, as long as you get a last hit under tower, and you're pretty much full health.
Yeah.
And Undying is also what, a 1 armor hero?
He's very low armor. Yeah. So you do just chunk him down.
I like the synergy with Wyvern as well.
It's so good with Wyvern.
It's the same. Like when you have a Wyvern, you want to have a follow-up disable that is not too costly.
Yeah.
Where you would ideally want to get the damage component, but you don't mind if you miss it. And a 6-second silence on top of a Wyvern, like you don't need the damage anymore because whoever's caught is going to end up going down.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you also he's just going to Blood Rage whoever's been Winter's Curse. They just melt. Yeah, increase damage.
Well, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you Blood Rage the Curse target. Same thing with like the medallions and all that.
Yeah. That's something I think that separates like the... Wow, that was a fast second banning phase. TA and Lina banned out by Admiral. Drow Willow from Fnatic. See how much... It's just funny how much respect Fnatic gives to a Drow. Even though they already have the Wyvern, when we saw yesterday, Boom ID had an opportunity to take it with PL and Brood banned against, I believe, like Necro, Bloodseeker, and they just chose to ignore it completely.
What do you think the Kunkka?
Remaining.
Gives them catch. Of course, but in like team fight, but
I feel like every time I see a Kunkka, the rum is so good. Like the rum, someone gets Winter's Curse, someone gets Ruptured, you get the rum over them, it gives them extra chance to survive.
It's Team Admiral.
And that is true as well, it's in the name.
Alright. Well, usually you see the Kunkka in response, right? In response to something.
Team
DJ Spirit back in the game again.
More combos, easy, low cooldown things you don't have to like...
It's very annoying for the Weaver early on.
We've seen Wyvern Earth Spirit. I want to say going back all the way to like TI 5, 6 era EG. I remember this being like one of their favorite combos. It's just so easy to set up kill combos. Plus throughout the early laning phase, like the way these two heroes rotate is very complementary. So you can gank independently or combine together. You're both great TP response.
And your Spirit Bloodseeker.
Yeah, exactly.
That was newbie.
Yeah.
Newbie special, right?
Literally their first two in all 3 games in the TI 7 upper bracket finals.
Yep. They love it.
That's
So they have a Pugnus, great versus Winter Wyvern though. You can decrepify the curse target.
There
it is.
That's Kunkka. They were ready for it.
Yeah,
they do have the Kunkka. That is true.
They have the
Kunkka. They've got something.
it's gonna have to be a core Kunkka now, and it's a weird tri-core combo from Admiral. The Pugna is rough for me all as well, because now, you know, Bloodseeker's gonna be going early BKB, and you're really threatened, like, you don't want to play against any reach, and you hate playing against minion spam or illusions, or spiders, in this case, Brood. I feel like, you know, if they get on top of Pugna with any sort of stun from DJ's probably best Earth Spirit in the world, he's just dead. Like, there's no real save on Admiral, and if you take out the Pugna, like, where's the damage gonna come from? Like, over time, if you're fighting in the bugs and the Tombstone, I do like that synergy because it's very difficult to get enough attacks off to actually deal with all these hit-based issues, but if Pugna's down, what's left?
They at least have Rum, and then they at least have the Soul Rip, so that's some type of protection, in a way. And their lanes like a Weaver safe lane, like Kunkka mid, and a Pugna off lane with some strong dual lanes. I could see it.
I just... How do you deal with the BKBs?
That is the problem, yes, for sure.
Is there not one pick that could solve all the problems that you just mentioned?
Is there a pick?
Yeah.
I've seen what Fnatic last picks, because that's going to close a few more doors and windows on their draft opportunities. They banned the Storm, again, like recognizing our draft is very susceptible to reach.
How about...
They're also low on disables and control themselves.
How about Phoenix?
5 seconds
For who?
For Admiral.
What?
I think that is a no.
How are they? Look, they already have issues keeping them around the Tombstone. Now you want to drop a Supernova on it? Fnatic's just going to peace out.
They're just going to peace out, sure. But who hits the egg?
But how are they going to kill people?
You just walk away.
You just walk
away?
away?
You don't need to hit the egg.
Fanatics turn
It's a
to
long range.
Okay,
though.
yeah, yes.
Team pick.
Retreating is a viable option.
Shooting is always an option. But then what's... I'm trying to think what the solution would be. What do you want them to grab? It's a support.
I mean, theoretically, you could... no.
I couldn't...
Could they...
I mean,
pick
could
a
they...
core and put support... Undying support?
What about
Pugna?
just, could they not just finish with a Nexus asset?
10 seconds
I
remaining.
just don't think they have the...
Doesn't really...
The damage, like they don't,
5
they need more
seconds
wave
remaining.
clear right now because they're all in. This Pugna has to do so much to win this game.
Morphin.
Okay, we saw that against the
Choose
Brood the
your
other day. Now it's probably, we were wondering, you know, is this actually a legitimate matchup counter? Like, can Morph lane against Brood? We saw Ame go double Stout Shield.
he did.
We're gonna see it again.
It was Ame.
But they have Kunkka Undying as their two supports though, right?
I like this better than them going for some 5. There was no support that was going to fix the holes in their draft.
Okay, that's
This
fair.
gives
I
them
like
a
that.
way to lane against Brood. It's an excellent Bloodseeker counter. It's great against, you have the burst damage to actually take out an Invoker. Like, it gives them a win condition, you know?
He can turn into Earth Spirit too, and then it gives them some more control and stuff too. Okay.
I like it a lot more than the other options.
I mean,
I
I
can
think
agree
it was
with that.
nice that we sort of talked about all the draft, but at the end of the day, this game's over. They let Ice have the Brood Mother. There's absolutely no way that Admiral don't win. This game's over.
They've got Abed Invoker too.
I mean, that doesn't matter. They have the Brood Mother. Admiral let Fnatic play Brood Mother. They have lost the game.
Kyle, play devil's advocate for a little bit.
I'm out of time.
Okay, well, that is very promising. At least it is a best of 3. We're going to find out which one of the teams has, will get the up here in the first game of the series. It was over to Grand and Capitalist.
And thank you very much, Sheever. We are here, and it sounds like the panel has already given up on Admiral, but I have not.
For
you got
shame.
more. Yeah, I mean, Brood Mother, Ice, okay, maybe one of the best in the world, but Cap, tell me, how does Admiral win this game?
Admiral's going to win this game through Admiral Kunkka, man. They've got some nice team fight. They've got some nice lockdown. They've got this Morphling last pick that is going to be able to counter several heroes. Not feeling super optimistic for Admiral's chances here in this game, but I do think that the panel was very right about something, that they needed something to really change up the draft for them because it was heading in a bad direction, and that last pick Morphling, maybe it is the answer.
Yeah. And the biggest thing is, though, like, Ame has probably played that matchup, right? I highly doubt Admiral's played this Morphling versus Brood matchup, right? It seems like super rare. And we're going to see. We'll see if he goes to double Stout Shield we saw from before. We'll see. It'll be very interesting. Obviously, Morphling does a great job. Level 1, 2, and 3 should destroy the Brood Mother. But once you get those Spirelings going, it's going to be tough. And it is going to be, that mean Invoker is going to be heading somewhere. Where are they going to send the Invoker? Or do you think this is a fake out from Ice?
Could be a fake out.
Looks like it might be.
But the thing is that Admiral apparently have 2 answers to the Brood Mother, right? Because they also have the Kunkka, and that's fair enough. So
but he's a support, so not the biggest deal there. And we do have this Undying. We have not seen much Undying. One of those lane dominators, right? You send him to a lane, you know he's going to do amazingly. He's going to have a tombstone, but, I mean, eventually you're going to get to the late game, and who knows what's going to happen there. Well, ooh, double decay does fly out.
I think that's one of the things you always want to do, and Uncertain Heroes Undying is one of the best ones to do it. Just get really aggressive before the bounty runes even spawn. Start getting those decay stacks early so the enemy doesn't feel comfortable trying to contest for the bounty runes.
Yep. Looks like Admiral, they're going for all 4 runes right here, it seems. We're going to look, see what they can do. Ice hiding up there. Will they get them all? Looks like they will give up 1 on the bottom, but... And our Spirit picked up, actually stole the other one as well, so ends up being a 2 for 2 after all that. And it does look like it will be Abed. I was about to say, I just realized Abed Invoker, I think I've seen him play at safe lane once, but there is no way this game he isn't going there. And he's going to be Morphling versus Invoker.
Going for the Exort builds, the Quaswex builds, I guess would be a little difficult for him to get good CS early on against this Morphling, but he's also got a lot of setup for Sunstrike.
Yep. There we go. See if Shake can come in. Yeah, and he went a little different build. Didn't go the null. He went double mantle. First, you just haven't seen that very often lately. Ice, top lane. Get a try. Obviously, Brood is just so bad at level 1. That's the really big, that's like honestly the only real big weakness of that hero. Level 1, 2, 3, you just feel like you absolutely do nothing, but get online, farm jungle, you catch up way quicker than most heroes.
And it seems like these 2 supports are just kind of doing battle with each other. So they're not actually putting too much pressure on the Broodmother just yet. But they do need to try and chase him out of his lane as soon as possible. You're totally right about that.
Look at this, the Weaver
He's just going in.
Yeah, he is. He doesn't care. And did you see the Weaver actually has double Stout Shield queued up against this young man? That's interesting. I wonder if it was just like a middle thing, you know, Ame was doing it, or is this actually viable on any hero kind of thing?
Yeah, and how much is Weaver really going to make use of that?
Yeah, because right, he's more evading.
You're just going to
attacks.
Shikuchi away from the spiders. Oftentimes, like the really awkward like level 3, level 4 area, I could see him taking a lot of harassment damage. But as he gets the 3rd level and 4th level in Shikuchi, I'm not sure if that's actually going to really be that value for him. But we'll see. What's the bottom lane matchup? Is going to be the it's going to be where the Bloodseeker seems to be free farming right now.
Yeah, he is. Bloodseeker's just right lane. That hero, right? It's so hard to counter him unless you get someone. It does feel like, you know, just decay running at him can help, but he's doing a very good job of just keeping the creeps in his favor. Pugna pushing in the lane here.
Yeah, Pugna should be able to do pretty well. It seems like they've gotten off to a little bit of rocky start. MP has just secured a lot of CS, but Pugna is probably one of the better harassers in the game. You have the Decrepify to be able to stop him from getting some CS. And as you said, very strong laning support in the Undying.
And well, we do watch Allison versus Abed, actually pretty even middle, 8-2, 9-5. Bottom, they do get the pull up, and I think that's where the big problem is. It feels like, I think they got 2 pulls off in a row on Radiant. That's why the lane's so far back. And that's huge. I think you've got to block that. I mean, if you win bottom lane, if they can't pull, like you just outright win it, and feels like they didn't block it. Or it looks like he sentryed and countered it. And there's a tower. We watch MP, he's just farming, won't get CS. Illusion runes pop.
That's a nice play with the Blood Rage, and then he gets the extra harassment damage onto Bocarino.
There. He's going to be the double decay. We'll just kill the illusion, a nice 2 gold there.
They've got nice sustain as well from the Soul Rip from the Undying, so they can get a lot of their HP back to make sure the Bloodseeker doesn't get too far out of control. But again, now with the creep wave like pushing in like this, and they're also a little bit under leveled, they're not feeling super comfortable trying to push that Bloodseeker out.
They do have double range creep coming, but once again, Jabs gets the pull off, so after this goes down, they're just going to lose a ton more experience than you see. This Undying's like, I need to do something about this, but what can I do? I have no mana, I have no life.
Yeah, he should be pretty much spending his time contesting the Wyvern, I think.
Oh, man.
And just let the Pugna do the solo.
Yeah, look at that Invoker already, the double null going for the phase boots, and there it is. He's going to go down. Undying will get first blood, and that's the problem, is a Bloodseeker. That Undying was just running around with like half HP the entire time.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do that versus a Bloodseeker. And look at this. Middle lane as well, the Morphling sitting at super low HP. This Bloodseeker might just have a crazy game if they keep this up.
Top lane, at least they do manage to bring down Ice's Broodmother before he gets a little bit too big. They've got the lockdown thanks to the Kunkka to be able to make sure that he can't just play in the trees the entire time.
So what, I mean, where do you see Admiral, like, you have a Morphling, right? That's like one of the best late game heroes, but versus an Invoker, you still want to take it late game if you're Admiral? Is that like your best chance of winning?
Yeah, it's definitely your best chance of winning, but they're going to reach this really awkward point around 20 minutes where both Weaver and Morphling don't accomplish much for you.
We'll get Cold Snap and Silence, but doesn't mind too much, even gets the last hit there.
I think they know they probably weren't going to be able to get that kill, but it's just good harassment damage that again enables the Bloodseeker and then also frees up space. I really like, the more I think about it, Abed's build of this double null talisman against the Morphling of the full agility, better harassment damage, better CSing opportunities.
It's pretty easy there. So, yeah, he's just going to be farming with Adaptive Strikes. He can't really move too far forward until he brings out regen, which he's going to try to do. The Bounty Runes do spawn. There's going to be a big fight bottom. Looks like they want to go for the Sundying. They get the silence off on him. Sunstrike is going to miss, but DJ just hits him with the stick, brings him down. Well, Secret already up by 1K. I know we were talking about this earlier. Like, Admiral yesterday, they honestly looked like a team who definitely had a chance versus Fnatic. I don't know if that was just they were playing out of their minds, or there's just one of their big games, but I mean, how much do you think Fnatic's a tier 1 team right now?
From their performance, like, some of it was draft, but that best of 1 against Secret, the way they played it just looked really good. Sure, I think they had a big draft advantage, but it was still very impressive. So yeah, I could see them kind of being definitely a tier 1 team right now. More to tell as best of 3s. It's just a little bit one-dimensional, telling just from qualifiers and then just from best of 1 so far.
Look at this. Ooh, roll in. He already is morphing the strength, though, but when your Morphling's in the jungle trying to farm Centaurs, you know he's having a rough time middle. That is actually... A Morphling does not want to be farming the jungle. He's not a Terrorblade.
No, absolutely not.
That just goes to show, I think, Kyle was talking about Abed. I mean, he's definitely, like, I would say a top 3 mid player in the world. If you just keep watching him play, it's such a tough matchup, and then you give him a favorable matchup as well. It's going to be rough. MP almost level 6. Top lane seems to be the best lane for Dire. The only lane really going in their favor. Ice, Ice, Ice. Only level 5, almost has died. He's died once, almost died a couple other times. But
part of the problem is going to be is that they don't really have a hero that just quickly clears through spiders and can just chill out in the lane the entire time, because this Kunkka is going to be a support. So because of that, they are going to be able to create a lot of space from Fnatic. They're going to use this Bloodseeker, and they are going to be able to get Ice, Ice, Ice back into this game, and he'll start taking over the Dire jungle.
Oh, well, MP's looking trouble is ruptured. Just getting right click decay, will fly and lead. He's still alive. There we go. Gets the kill. I mean, not the biggest kill, but it clears it out. Now middle, DJ actually getting right click by Allison. Abed won the kill. Won't get it. Is there a possibility we see the old LAN M support Kunkka build where he still goes the armlet, or is that just like phased out completely?
Yeah, it's entirely possible. It would definitely be very useful for him to transition into a core, but I'm just not sure how much space and time he's going to be able to have to do that, because the Morphling and the Weaver are not going to be that helpful around 20 minutes. Like, it's going to be him. His lockdown is required for the Pugna and Undying to be successful in team fights, right? He needs to be able to keep the heroes in place for the Tombstone and for the Life Drain to do its work.
Here we see Cold Snap is going to flout it. Adaptive Strike gets the last hit on a creep, but Kunkka's here. He doesn't want to show himself. He probably still wants to try to get a kill on Abed, but it's going to be tough bottom lane. They're to just run at him. Oh my goodness, the damage from MP right now. Does get a nice decrypt off, is going to save himself, and in comes the Kunkka. Doesn't quite get any spells off, and MP will just run away. Now, Morphling goes away. DJ get a look for him. Has a double damage, can definitely get on top of him. He might have to pop the shrine. Probably wanted to wait for his team to come and use it, but DJ happy with what he did, I'm sure.
I can't believe, I mean, DJ is just so manly. Just with that double damage rune, willing to fight a Morphling underneath a shrine like that.
And now, man, I was saying they were winning top lane. Now Ice, 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 a level above the Weaver, and that's because the Kunkka's like, I gotta go help middle. We have a Morphling. This guy needs to get farming because of that. Other lanes are going to farm. Look at, he's going to walk the build. He still has a double damage silence, plus the stun comes out. He is going to roll. Nice dodge there by Boomy. Will he get away? Yep. Cold Snap won't proc again. And he's actually turning it. But a nice game sense there from Abed. Just backs out. No sun's going to come. But man, MP again kills this Pugna. I have a bad feeling. You have a Broodmother in one lane who can just destroy the jungle. You have a Bloodseeker in the other lane who just destroys the lane. It feels like where's Admiral going to farm in the next like 5-10 minutes?
It's the first 3 levels against a Bloodseeker are so important. You need to be able to basically set the tempo, get a lot of harassment damage, don't let him get the CS to recover his HP, and then just keep on shoving him back from there. But it seemed like MP had totally free space. He got every little bit of CS, like he was doing really well in the CS charts in the first 2 minutes. So
the Sunstrike kill in the fountain there, and Abed, I mean, he's shown he has not lost a step. He already has the urn. And he's going 3-2-3, so he's not going full Exort.
Yeah, so the Exort build just to be able to do well in the laning phase. We were kind of talking about that yesterday, right?
Interesting. I mean, they just want that heavy team fight, right? Both teams have pretty damn good team fight.
Oh man, it's going to be a sick Blade Melt game for Bloodseeker.
Here we go. They're going to look for MP here. The blast coming out, a ton of damage being done. One right click. Will the zombie be enough? The zombie's trying to smack him down. The zombies, yes, they will finally bring him down, but now they're turning jabs there as well. Sunstrike is going to hit. Oh my goodness, he barely survived. X-Mark spot there. Nope, Invoker is here, gets the right click, and now jabs goes down. Abed actually in a little bit of trouble. I think the Decay actually missed there. Meteor is going to fly down, and now the life drain comes out. But Abed so far, I'm just going to turn it around. Silence hits on one. See you later. Undying gets right click down. And that's just because Abed's so farmed right there. It feels like if he wasn't as farmed as he was, that'd be a pretty easy fight for Dire.
For sure. And the fast reactions of DJ being able to stop the Pugna from being able to get another blast off. Just good reactions all around. I mean, this is one of the things is that Fnatic is just so individually skilled. You look at every single one of their players, they've got excellent supports. Every single one of their cores is big playmakers that you can expect all 3 of them to take over the game. The obvious ones, the standouts, are both Abed and Ice Ice Ice, but NP definitely showed on his time in Secret that he can carry games, and I think heroes like Bloodseeker, where he has a really strong laning phase, is exactly the kind of style that NP should be put on. I think Fnatic, as they move forward, look to Abed to be the one who's the hard carry and let NP be more of a space maker for him.
You think he just... When does he leave this lane, or is he fine just staying bottom?
I mean, I think everything is going well for them when it comes to the laning phase, so there's no reason to change it. Right? Like, Ice 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 is winning top lane now, thanks to DJ. Like,
doesn't look like he will get him there. Nice play there by the Pugnet, just getting out. And yeah, like you said, they have plenty of setup. Oh my goodness, and he's just gonna get run down. MP is just so farmed right now and leveled. It just feels like they are winning all 3 lanes right now. This is
if it ain't broke, you know, like you don't need to change anything. Admiral is the one who are incentivized to try and group heroes up into lanes, see if they can offset. Oh, what a good combo.
Misses the Sunstrike, unfortunately, but it still looks like they will get the kill. MP waiting, gets X back. He is still alive, gets torrented into the air. Now MP's in a lot of trouble. Oh my goodness. A little mistake there by Abed. The Sunstrike hits at the end of that Winner's Curse. Oh, and they find him in the tree. And a little over-aggression. We've seen a lot of that this tournament. Like, they're doing good, and then just one overly aggressive move.
Yeah.
But still top. Ice 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 with the catapult. Even behind him is that Earth Spirit. If anyone shows up to defend this, they're going to die.
Yeah, it's just such a big problem because, like, even if they did have the matchup of the Morphling versus the Broodmother or whatever, even now, like, what is the Morphling? Can the Morphling rotate top and stop this tower from dying? No. Right? He doesn't really have the AoE cleared to be able to deal with that. All Ice 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 would need to do is just go into the jungle and then throw spiders at the tower occasionally and just, like, chip away at it. They don't really have anything to stop this. The Weaver is certainly not going to accomplish this, and I think that's the biggest thing is that they need to move this Weaver around and maybe just, I don't know, plant the Kunkka here potentially. Like, they don't really, they had to completely keep this Broodmother out of the game from the get-go if they had a hope of being able to stop him around 15 minutes.
Well, they did a good job of killing him once early, but you got to keep that pressure up, right? They started rotating the other support to other lanes, and once you do that, Ice Ice will get over,
nice
but
kill. MP is just...
I don't want to say
he is not the flawless player.
Odd. Yeah. He's just playing... He's playing like he knows his team is ahead. He's like, I can take this risk, but why? The risk doesn't really give you anything.
Yeah.
No, here we go. The boat is going to come in. Torrent. Oh, he misses the X combo, and that probably would have been a kill. Now they're going to roll in. This guy, he's just going to die. Gets brought down by DJ, and the Winner's Curse is just going to hold him in place. Abed coming over, level 12, Alacrity. He doesn't even have to use any other spells. Just right-click him down. And there's going to be Solrip, will help him survive a little bit longer, but Abed picks up another kill top lane, pushing in that tier 3. They're going to try to get Ice. Can they? He's just going to run away out of the web. He gets X. This should be a kill, and a pretty big one at that. Bensoy gets it. Only 297 gold, though.
Yeah, they've taken a lot of damage onto their tier 3, and that's always going to be a threat. It's a problem when you lose to a Broodmother and you lose your tier 2 so early. It's like playing against a Furion as well when you lose your tier 2s, because now the next step is like every single bit of damage that happens to that tier 3 is important.
Yeah.
You can't afford to lose your tier 3s early. Unlocking the shrines, opening up the Raxes, like you know you're just gonna get ratted and lose the game as a result. So no, Admiral have pretty much no room for any sort of errors in that regard. They can't lose a team fight. They'll get Raxed very quickly.
Oh no, and the Pugnas, I don't think you're gonna be able to TP out, and yep, just gonna run, die to the Rupture, get it over with quicker, respawn sooner. I think that's the thing. It feels like Dire, they want to take control of this top jungle again, but I mean, the only ward up there is a Radiant one. It's going to be tough if they invade that jungle again. They win a fight, they might just take a Rax at, what, 15 minutes into the game.
Oh, he may actually have a kill here.
Oh, they go for it. It has the Spirit Vessel. One more right click. Will be enough to get it. Weaver goes down.
And this is the beautiful thing about the Quaswex Invoker, is that it just gets so involved, and your cores, both the Weaver and the Morphling, are staying in their lanes and going like, guys, I still need more farm, and that just leaves our Kunkka, Undying, and the Pugna trio. Like, that's not going to be enough to beat this like 4 versus 3 that happens when the Invoker comes in, especially with how farmed Abed is, and especially with the fact that Fnatic are just better players, it seems.
Yeah, and this Morphling is so underfarmed. The double Wraith Band and Treads. Ooh, over here, Booney is going to try to find one. Winner's Curse is going to go down. Silence will hit on the Pugna, won't do the damage. Boat will end up hitting Jabs. Is going to try to fly away, but it ends up running out. Now the Blast will bring him down. And you can tell Jabs still playing like a 4-position player there. He's just playing super greedy, going all out. I mean, that's how Fnatic's been playing the
he
entire
gets in the
time.
Blood Rage as well, yeah.
This is going to be an Alacrity Catapult. He might get the deny, though. Nope, won't get it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
DJ, Blood Raged up. He's thinking.
And Fnatic is playing like kind of greedy in a certain regard. The fact that they are still trying to play for the safe lane tower, like there's no real need to, but they're so far ahead they can do it.
Especially versus the Pugna. Ooh, the roll is going to end up missing. Tries to go past. Abed's TPing in if they can get a stun on anyone, but they haven't yet. Oh, but the Rupture. He's going to try to TP. Nope. Tornado will hit, and this is going to be a kill on the Pugna. Will they be able to find more? Not the worst for Admiral, but this top, again, like you said, they're chipping this tower. Bensoy can try to go on Ice. Here comes the Morphling. They're going to be able to get him again. Oh, but the Brootlings will bring the Kunkka down. And now, oh, the Sunstrike actually ends up missing. I don't think it'll be enough to save him, though. Deafening Blast doing some damage. The Boulder Kick, plus the Silence, will end up getting the kill. You can just tell, right? Fnatic is just, they came to just, it kind of felt they, you know, were playing around a little bit yesterday, but this time they are fully engaged in this game.
Yeah, certainly. It's pretty much just the bottom lane and MP who are really only making the errors. Like, I would say Ice's deaths are, like, it's a trade-off. He's just getting more damage on the tier 3. He's forcing heroes back. Like, his deaths are acceptable in that regard. So, most of Fnatic is doing very well here. And Admiral, well, they've just got to weather the storm, I guess. The Weather is going to try and get involved.
Ooh, we are going to see a roll. He is going to get the kick. Gets the Silence. He is going to be decrypted. Silence Flap again. It does. Oh, and the Tornado should be enough to kill him. No, he's still running away. Will go down, though. DJ is going to get bugs on him. They should be able to bring him down. Everyone else going to try to run. Will get healed up by the Cold Embrace, but MP just right-clicking that Weaver. It's a little 14 versus 12, but he doesn't care. Maelstrom Weaver doing a ton of damage, and it looks like Radiant's just going to try to get out. That's the thing. They do have a Brood, so when Admiral does commit 5 heroes, they should do a decent job of like taking that fight.
And they've got great team fighters in both the Undying and the Kunkka. It's just a question of whether or not, like, how often can they actually get a 5 versus 4 against Fnatic that's favorable. It just seems so often that it's Fnatic who is determining the tempo. They're the ones with this Invoker running around, making kills happen, and Admiral has been pretty staunch in just keeping their laning phase the way it was, even though they're losing it. And well, now as their heroes get involved, hopefully they're able to flip this script a little bit as 6k advantage for Fnatic. We're seeing the big advantage of this is a combination that we saw at TI7 from both Newbie as well as IG. It was kind of like a Chinese classic, the Earth Spirit and the Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
The combination, right? The long-range disables with a Rupture, just not allowing these heroes to TP out. We're seeing the Invoker with Tornado, Winter's Curse. There's so many options for Fnatic in long-range catch.
I'm gonna say something. I don't think I have not seen anyone take that Weaver Tail in the wild. The plus 75 Sakuchi damage over Mana Break.
Oh, yeah.
Yules from Abed will dodge that. He is just going to Ghost Block, but they do have the Dust. Nice job bringing that. Will it be enough to bring him down? They're trying X mark spot, brings back Deafening Blast. Goes for the triple, hits 0 instead.
That is a massive pickoff. 500 gold for the Morphling as well. He's the one who picked up the kills, so that is fantastic for Admiral.
And you look at this, Weaver is the top net worth. We haven't really talked much about him, but he did decently, and now look at this, he gets a kill on Jabs in the bottom lane, and he's just gonna be able to like push this into the tier 2 and keep farming. This Weaver is actually pretty damn farmed, but they are gonna find the Pugna. He's definitely the one sacrificed for this Weaver.
Yeah. I wonder if that Shukuchi build just has to do something with the fact that he needs damage on the spiders. I really obviously
Actually,
like
right,
the
is,
Maelstrom. Yeah, I'm not sure if he'd actually like if he kills Spiderites because of the extra damage with Shukuchi.
That is definitely why he got it, though, I assume, now that you say that.
But yeah, the Maelstrom build is obviously really good and a great farming mechanism for this Weaver.
It does look like he is going to go Manta. Is that just for the Spirit Vessel, or...?
Get rid of the Spirit Vessel as well as the Silence from the Earth Spirit.
Yeah, and from the Bloodseeker as well. I remember who's the Weaver, man, Mason, the TI4.
Yeah.
He says you should never get Manta. He almost always says, even versus 5 silences, Manta on that hero, the stats aren't good. Like, what does it actually provide? But we'll see, because he's having a great game right now.
Yeah, I am kind of inclined to agree with Mason, but you know, everyone's got their own style in that regard.
That's what makes Dota great. It's the human perception of it.
BKB, very fast for Ice.
Looks like 20.
Diffusal Blade, BKB, around 20 minutes.
Well, you're just going to be farming up. It does feel like Fnatic, they stopped the aggression, though. They're going back to just farming, and I'm sure Admiral's actually kind of okay with that, because they're pressuring the map. You see this Weaver is just bottom level 18. Even middle, they're playing out of their base. There's 4 of them. But top lane is getting pushed in by the Invoker right now.
I think they know between the Broodmother and the Invoker, them just being able to shove lanes in. Like eventually, Admiral, if they keep grouping up like this, they're either going to get more damage on the tier 3s or they're just going to lose out on the economy battle. So I think Fnatic is trying to incentivize Admiral to split up again, so this Quaswick Invoker that is so much solo kill power, it can once again get the pickoffs that he was doing earlier. Slow down the game a little bit, make Admiral go, wait, this grouping up thing isn't really working for us, we can split up a little bit more, we can get some more farm, we can be a little bit more greedier, and that's when they snap back into pickoff mode.
Yeah. As you said, there's the BKB picked up by Brute, so MP has one as well as the Bloodseeker. It feels like when you get these early BKBs, your charges are going to go down pretty quick, but I'm pretty sure they want to end this game in probably the next 10-15 minutes here. They're to run in, Boomy in a lot of trouble. Here comes the Rum, needs to get on. Will finally Ice chase around. Bensoy actually dies to Abed. They're going to continue right-clicking. Boomy trying to run away. Ice doesn't have a web, or he's not going to use it there. He will, finally will. No, the defusal there will end up getting, does get soul ripped, but won't matter. Spawn Spiderlings hits him up, and this feels like, can you just tier 2 into Roche maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I think they could pretty easily do both objectives within 40 seconds. Yeah, they have so much physical damage to lay down. I'm just super surprised they managed to get the kill on the Weaver. Obviously, he doesn't have that defensive item yet. He's choosing to go Manta for his defensive item. So he's a little bit susceptible to that, but he was doing so well not to die before, and unfortunately,
that one death, right?
Getting picked off opens so much for Fnatic.
Yeah, he's top net worth, but he's actually going to fall behind 2 heroes here. And the Sunstrike. Oh, my goodness, they get it. The Silence not allowing him to morph, and at the last second just gets the kill. Now they're going to move up. Alacrity actually on him. Oh, but the Ancient holds him in place and actually saves his life right there. Now they're going to find this Pugna, though. He is out in no man's land. They don't have any detection, I don't believe, though. MP get a run, though. He's going to be able to, and there's going to be a Rupture up. Now, in comes the Weaver, the 1-man who can do damage. He's just trying to right-click with the BKB. The Maelstrom doesn't actually do that much damage. Gonna get frozen there, help to get healed up, and there's the Cold Embrace. Gonna help attack each other. Sunstrike is gonna fly, hits onto this Weaver. Jab's trying to. MP just slaughtering the backlines. Gonna continue to chase Weaver. should get out, and oh no. The Undying, well, we're going to have another death here, picked up by MP.
There's so many small disables that a Quaswex Invoker can throw around. There's the Earth Spirit as well, both a stun and a silence. It's very difficult to play this Pugna and get good life drains.
Yeah.
You can see him, he's like pretty much, he can only blast heroes. The moment he tries to life drain, like a second later, Tornado or a Boulder is going to come his way.
Feel, man, having that DJ Earth Spirit versus a Weaver, Morphling, and Pugna, like the silences on those 3 heroes actually insane. You get, it's probably his best hero, right?
Yeah, he is a sick Earth Spirit.
Nice, just farming up the Ancients that stopped him from getting a kill earlier. And now where do you just, I mean, you find a pickoff, you just almost push the base now if you're Radiant, right?
Yeah, if you're Fnatic, I think you continue to do what you were doing before in that you kind of split up and you shove lanes in and let the Broodmother just start taking over some of these jungle areas.
Ooh. And that would have been the best pickup they could find. DJ won't quite get it. But they're just playing around this triangle, and this is where Dire wants to be. They want to be farming up this triangle. They want to be getting all that gold, but now they're just kicked out of it into the top lane. Abed hits the double tornado. EMP will fall, but won't hit anyone. He'll just kill the bug off. And they're going to actually run back in, but DJ's here now. He's going to roll forward. Yule's into the air. Will dodge it now. Earth Spirit's in a little bit of trouble. They actually get the bounty rune. Will he go down? No, DJ. It's Glimmer Cape. He's fine. And get a save, Abed. Winner's Curse, and now he's just beating up himself. And he will get away.
That is part of the problem, right, is that if Admiral really want to be able to push Fnatic out, they basically have to, like, make a smoke play or something, bring the Kunkka along because he is your only real catch, and you need to grab either the Broodmother or the Invoker because those are the 2 heroes that I think are just causing you so many issues around the map. One is controlling the map really well, and the other one is threatening these individual heroes. The Invoker is getting these pickoffs and such, so they need to try and bring him along to be able to get the right objective kill that opens up the map for them, that allows the Morphling to be able to farm a little bit better.
Why do you think they put the Aegis on the Bloodseeker?
I think that Abed might just feel a little bit unkillable right now, and I don't think it's particularly valuable on the Broodmother.
Why not? I mean, if he goes to the back lines, ends up shredding people and dies, well, just comes back and...
And MP wants to be the one drawing attention when it comes to team fights, like playing that front line.
They're just going to BKB it off, though. Icelands doesn't care. He's going to take so much damage. MP already popped the blade mail. A little chaotic there, but nothing ends up happening. +2 swarm attacks to kill. I'll be honest, I mean, they talked about it, right? You have the Tombstone plus the bugs. That's a lot of stuff. You're not focusing here, you got to take those off, but I haven't really seen that combination yet at all. And Winner's Curse is just going to fall down here. Sunstrike is going to end up hitting. There's the stun, there's the ulti, and there's the silence, and DJ will pick it up. But Jabs won't make it. Almost Glimmer Caped away. Maybe 0.2 more seconds, but a nice kill there by the Weaver, and Weaver's going to push on forward.
You know what's cool about this is you see like the 3 cores of Fnatic. They're playing mid and they're playing that bottom lane, right? So it pretty much negates that part of the map. And so naturally, Admiral have to put like a core up to the top lane. They have to shove out top lane as much as possible, try and get some towers or something. But the 2 supports, they have so much catch between the 2 of them. You could just straight up Winner's Curse as a hero tries to push into a tower. You've got this roll in into a stun from the Earth Spirit as well. These sort of setups allow you to rotate in with your cores if necessary. Here in this situation, they're far enough ahead that they literally can just kill cores with supports right now. But even if it wasn't the case and the game was more even, they would be able to still play this exact same way because of the just massive long-range catch that they have between these 2 supports.
And right as you say it, the long-range catch there by DJ and Abed. You got tornadoes, you got rolling boulders, and you have a lot of spiders going into this base, as well as an Alacrity Brood. They want to get this tier 3. They do bring it down, and look at that. Oh, the Broodlings versus the Pugna War does not feel very good at all. They are going to try to, Rupture will fly out on Pugna, so they know he can't really get in range to do anything right now. They want to take this melee, but they won't get it. Undying will pop ulti, scare them all away. Pretty nice 4v5 defense there, honestly, from Admiral, though, not letting him take the racks.
Fnatic, there is no need for them to get greedy at this point. They can just take the shrines. Nothing says that you need to use this Aegis to go for Raxes. You're already kind of ahead of schedule in that regard. First Aegis is usually for tier 3, second Aegis, and cheese.
For game. If you're at this
for a later Rax, you know, probably the game. If the enemy team's still holding on, maybe you need that third get the refresher shard, but...
Dire's top
So
shrine
Weaver
is
going
under attack.
BKB next. So BKB Manta, that's from, he was doing a ton of damage. He got that Maelstrom super early, but now he has to go this Manta BKB, and he just loses a ton of damage.
It just sucks that he needs all the defensive items,
Yeah.
right? He needs
And he does
BKB
need
against all
them.
these silences,
Yeah.
and he needs Lincolns against the Rupture.
Dire's top shrine
There goes the top
has
shrine,
fallen.
so if they do want to wait for that next Roshan, it'll be a lot easier for the Radiant to take. Looks like Radiant rolling on over, smoked up. Will they find anyone? Glimmer will go up on the hill. Oh, they get the silence up on the Morphling. He is not morphing strength yet. The stun strike will actually end up missing. The Pugna help saves him. The boat will
Dire's
just come
bottom
down, doesn't do
shrine
anything,
is
and well,
under
hey,
attack.
you got a BKB charge from Ice Ice Ice. Honestly, those are getting low on Brood as well, because they got him so early. They are getting lower, and this Morphling, just buy time for him. They're trying.
High ground fights are pretty advantageous for Admiral just because they've got certain things like the Netherward and Tombstone that they can place kind of behind their tier 3 in Rax's area that are going to be very effective, but also having a frontline hero like this Morphling who's kind of tanky, you've got both life drain as well as the Rum that's going to be just massively increase his survivability. So
Soul Rip as well.
yeah, so it's actually really nice to be able to have just these very straightforward, we're on this side, and we've got this one hero that's in front of you that you kind of have to go on.
Jabs. Ooh, Sentry Ward goes down. They find one, and they're even going to make him attack. This is going to be 2 going down. They both get silenced up. The double boulder comes in, double suns. Sunstrike's going to completely whiff. They bring down the Pugna, though. Ice Ice Ice, he's ready to come in from the backside. MP has popped his BKB. Tombstone is down. Taking a little bit to kill there. Heals it up. Just being a little hindrance. Now it is a 45. Do you push uphill here? Or do you just farm it, pressure, and get out maybe? Oh, they're going bounty runes.
Yeah, they got
even better.
30-minute bounty runes. Pick those up. They still have plenty of opportunity to go high ground again, even as the Pugna revives.
As we see, we have the Glimmer Cape already up on the Winter Wyvern. He's had it for a while. He picks up a Blink Dagger as well, flying out on a chicken. That's almost a guaranteed kill at this point. Oh, there we go. Gets brought down. Will just Manton out of it and try to run away. Boat will end up flying, but the Tornado is going to catch one. Boat hits on Abed. Meteor is going to go down. MP right clicks Boomy. And that's a pretty easy pick off, even right outside the base. They're not phased at all. Fnatic is just staying outside the base. They might not be pushing the base, but they're just getting these free kills.
Yeah, they know eventually they're going to get either one or two pickoffs or just one of the core kills that's necessary for them to go high ground, which is why Admiral needs to put more pressure on this bottom lane. They need to force Fnatic to basically either go for the high ground push or back off and defend their bottom tier 2. You need to force them to do one or the other. You just can't get shut inside your base by this team.
By the way, the Blood Rage plus Alacrity Catapult, that guy is probably doing more damage than most of them. Oh no, this Morphling, is he get a solo kill? No, does get Soul Rip, helps save him, but now they're all in a bad position. Easy double kill on 2 of the cores, instant buyback. And this is feeling pretty much like you just said, right? They got more than one pickoff, and now they can pretty much just take the base, but more buybacks are going to come. Ice 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 takes the top ranged barracks as well during that. Dust gets popped as they run away, and I like this Fnatic. Not getting cocky, they back out, they get multiple barracks and just run away, reset.
Winter's Curse into Nullifier for Ice Ice Ice. That's going to be really tough for Morphling to contend with.
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe he dodged the bugs right there. Could have easily been a kill out. If he get the bugs on him, that's going to be an easy X.
Is he actually getting out here?
Oh my goodness, it sure feels like he's not even trying to get out. He's just toying with them right now.
I mean, the rest of his team is coming in from the south right now, so
no, they are.
They wisely, Admiral begin backing up some of their cores.
Ooh, if they have vision of this Kunkka, though, could be a pickup, but we'll get out of there. Nice, nice, nice. Tries to bait him in there. Uh-oh, and here we go. Yep, there's the Nullifier. But won't be enough, and a nice dodge there of the stun, actually. Pugna moving, forward, gets out of there. But that is a double buyback, as we saw Morphling as well as Pugna. You see the 20k lead, and I'm not sure they're going to make it to the ultra late game for this Morphling.
Yeah, you see the drawing on the map. Fnatic want to alleviate some of this pressure in the bottom lane. It's pretty much the only way that Admiral can keep this game going is by split pushing.
Radiant are scanning.
So conversely, just like Admiral should be trying to shove these lanes out, Fnatic just need to be able to keep all 3 lanes in.
Oh, that's the worst guy they could find unless they can bring him down, but Jabs gets the Glimmer Cape pop. MP is going to pop the BKB. We're going to see Tombstone go down. No, no winner's curse yet, and it's just chaos right now in the middle. Is going to be nullified in the middle as the Kunkka does get the ulti, double tornado. What's he going to do? Here comes the Cataclysm. MP actually dies. Godlike streak done. Weaver's still alive, trying to run away, and right now Fnatic's only going to find the Undying, it seems like. Weaver moving forward wants to get more, but Abed, he's dancing on him in the back lines, misses the dust on him, and Abed gets the double. Allison as well, though. DJ gets the kick, it actually misses, but here comes Ice, and oh no, the silence is up. Alacrity Brood, and see you later. That is a no buyback Morphling. Abed is taking a ton of damage going out from this Weaver, but it's not enough. He doesn't have buyback as well, and I have a feeling if this guy goes down right here, our boy Kunkka, it might just be game. We might see the G's drop. And just going to kick him back into his team. Abed getting healed. They're toying with him right now. And the triple kill comes out. Only the Undying alive. And, well, Fnatic can just wander on through the base. They can hit the racks. They can hit the throne. They can pretty much do whatever they want against this Undying.
Yeah, I don't really see a way that Admiral are going to be able to keep this game going on any longer. So they're going to call it. You know, that fight was actually a decent showing from them, but part of the problem is that Abed very smartly, like when he pushed out that bottom lane, he just taps it a little bit, enough for the lane to push forward, and then he immediately starts running back to the rest of his team, because that's at the point that a smart team like Admiral was doing, see a hero at the bottom lane far away, they're going to smoke up and try and take a team fight 4 versus 5. Once Abed got there though, and he's such a fast hero, once he gets there, the team fight changes immediately. It looks kind of good.